I do think it's pretty funny that they say this now. It's like, you don't know anything about any of these yet, but I already know who I'm picking. Like, I already said this like days ago, I'm absolutely going Golden Deer because they are the most interesting to me. Because the other two are, from what I can tell, like feudal monarchies. And although that can be an interesting setting, I think like a merchant republic is more interesting. It seems to be that's kind of what the Golden Deer are, some kind of Holy Roman Empire-esque republic, which is very interesting. So I'm going to go with, I believe it's this one, the Leicester Alliance, Burgeoning League of Nobles. Yes, that should be the one.
Is that right? Well, that's a win for the
This is not the
Alliance,
moment
so
you do the
suppose
choice.
I'm
I
obligated
know.
to be
I
happy.
didn't say it was.
All right,
I said
that's
it's funny
enough with
that
the
they
small
make
talk.
you do
It's
this
time to head
decision
back to the
when you know
monastery.
nothing about any of them
Looks
yet.
like we'll have
The
to pick this up
decision
another
is
time.
actually in 10 minutes.
My, they are in such a hurry. You know, each of the three is most unique.
Claude. He's the only one who doesn't sound like a psychopath. Okay. I guess I have to look at all these. Can we all agree fuck Dimitri? He's fine. He comes across like a crazy person, the way he talks, but okay. I think that's bad voice direction more than anything. Yeah, from what I've seen of him when Fatima plays, he seems like a well-written character and everything. He just talks like a crazy person. Yay! To the monastery. Which one? Dimitri, blue guy. Blonde hair.
Part 1. White clouds. Great tree moon. 3 houses.
That is, in fact, a random assortment of English words.
The icy winds of the Agma Mountains have begun to
Just started reading a dictionary.
Burning fields once again spring to life across Fodlan, heralding the start of a new year. As they celebrate the dawning year, the people pray that they may realize their...
Dimitri talks like that for reasons. Yeah, I'm sure he does talk like that for reasons. And it's supposed to sound not normal. That's why he's talking like that and why we can pick it out. That's my point. I wasn't saying it's bad, I'm literally just saying he talks like a crazy person.
Said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial. 3 ruling powers now control the land.
Thanks, Chris.
In the south lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the
Oh no,
Holy
bad voice
Kingdom
direction
of
was
Farkas,
the previous line.
ruled by the royal family and its knights. To the east, a league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the Leicester Alliance. Once consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fodlan and these 3 mighty powers now exist in relative harmony.
Yeah, a lot of people have told me Blue Lines is best first path because it seems like it's kind of the intended good guy path.
At the monastery.
I'm sure none of them are like
I'd be
flat out
happy
bad
to show
guys,
you
obviously,
around.
but you know.
It really is Fodlan in a nutshell. The good and the bad.
Like it or not, we'll be there soon enough.
CK2 taught me anything. Peace isn't gonna last long. Yeah, I get the feeling that these countries are gonna go to war with
There
each
it
other.
is.
I don't know any of the plot of the game.
Monastery.
So for anyone who's played, all I know up to is the first training battle. That's it. Anything beyond that, I am like 100% blind. So I know a little bit of the layout of the place and, you know, talking to the different people, and that's cool. And I bet you the monastery mechanics are really fun. I got a glimpse of them, and they seem really cool. And then I know, like, the first training battle. And it's just, you know, another basic tutorial-ish battle. You win Golden Deer solely for Claude? I can see that. He definitely has the best sense of humor of the three people, which is easy to pick someone based on that. Black Eagles is a bit complicated to do first. Yeah, I kind of get the feeling that that is like... I think I looked it up once and it said that was the least popular pick is Black Eagle. But they're only losing by like 2% to Golden Deer, and then the vast majority pick Blue Lion.
Did the flow of time bring you here?
It's been years since I've last set eyes on this place. To be forced to see her now, I've never spoken of this to you before, but many years ago, I was a knight here. I reported to the Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
And I think it's Black Lions was by far most picked. I checked like 3-4 days ago, and the chart that Nintendo put out said that the most was Blue Lion, and that Black Eagle was last place by a small margin. Lady Rhea.
As you know, the majority of folks in Fodlan are devout followers of the teachings of Seros. The leader of that ridiculously large religious organization is the Archbishop.
That's a weird way to word that.
Thank you for your patience, Gerald. My name is Seteth. I am an advisor to the Archbishop.
Hello,
Right.
I have the worst facial hair.
It has been a
Yeah, you
long
know it's not
time,
good dialogue when they open with, as you
I wonder,
know, and then explain something
was
that
it
the
will
character
of the
knows,
goddess
but
that
the
we
player
have another
doesn't.
chance
That's never a good
like
sign.
this?
Forgive my silence all these years. Much has happened since we last spoke.
So I see. The miracle of fatherhood has blessed you. That is your child, is it not?
Yes. Born many years after I left this place, I wish I could introduce you to the mother of my child, but I'm afraid we lost her to illness.
I see. My condolences. As for you, I heard of your valiant efforts from Alois. What is your name?
I prefer Dimitri post time skip. Well, thank you for spoiling that there's a time skip. Jesus. Kind of wanted to go into this blind. Right. What possible reason would I not say my name?
A fine name indeed.
Your
From
mom
the
died,
bottom
lol.
of
Oh,
my
I can
heart,
fucking assume
I
that.
thank you for saving
It's an
the
anime.
students
Your
of
mom's dead in
Master's
all of them.
Academy. Gerald, you already know what it is I wish to say, do you not?
You want me to rejoin the Knights of Seros, don't you? I won't say no, but
Your apprehension stings. I had expected that Alois would have already asked this of you. I must step away for now, but I expect they will desire a word with you soon. Please listen carefully to what they have to say. Until tomorrow, farewell.
Wait, Gerald's your dad? I think you should get a DNA test. I know, right? We look nothing alike.
forced back into the Knights of Seros. I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Looks like I'll be stuck here
God,
for a
even the
while.
facial structure.
And I'm afraid your services are requested as well.
I think the ears are similar, though. So there's that. I must work here. Is a mercenary?
Nothing like that. They want you to teach, by the sound of it. You
I
heard
feel bad
those
for
brats
MBD.
earlier talking
I feel
about
bad
the
for that guy
officers
too if I could
academy,
ever meet him.
Right? Well, the academy just happens to be short. of
MBD
professor.
is non-canon.
Apparently,
There's no one called
Madame
Mah-Dry-Bread.
went and recommended you to Lady Rhea.
So, you must be the new professor. My, how stern and handsome you are.
No. I'm
Hello,
not
Professor Pedophile.
You can handle things from here. Good luck. And watch out for Lady Rhea. I don't know what she's thinking making you a professor like this. She may be up to something. Stay on your guard.
Oh, it's you then? So young.
Competence and age are not necessarily correlated, as you well know. I am Hanneman, a Crest Scholar and Professor at the Officers' Academy. I wonder if you bear a crest of your own. When next you have a moment to spare, I insist that you pay me a visit so we can delve into the subject further.
I'm Manuela. I'm a professor, a physician, a songstress, and available. It's nice to meet you.
A songstress. See, everybody knows what the fuck a physician is, but now you guys know that I love bards in games, so that's what I want to ask about. How'd you like that? Cool.
Before I came here, I belonged to a renowned opera company.
Yeah, how old is our character supposed to be? Because I'm getting weird vibes here.
Opera company's beautiful, peerless.
I mean, this is a Japanese game, and we look like we're 20, so we're probably 13.
Now, it seems you'll be taking charge of one of the Academy's 3 houses. I expect you haven't yet.
Looks early. Yeah, I thought he looked like,
have you?
Like 20 at oldest, like very young adult.
Fine. I'll do you a favor and explain.
He's 21-ish. He's 21, he's 20. God damn it. Someone might need to Google it.
Each of which is closely affiliated with its region of origin. The Black Eagle House is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Their house leader this year is Edelgard, the Imperial Princess, who is in line to be the next emperor.
Yep.
The Blue Lion House is for students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Their house leader this year is Prince Dimitri.
Hold on.
He is to be the next king of Fargus.
What was the name of the black,
Lastly, there is the Golden Deer House.
Why am I blanking on the name now? Black...
Leicester Alliance.
Whatever it was.
House leader is
House.
Claude,
What was the full name of that place again?
Regan,
of the country?
Of the Alliance.
To think that the next emperor,
Black Eagle. What was the name of the Black Eagle country?
Are all here. It certainly is a promising year for the Academy.
Adrestian Empire. Okay.
I just hope none of those little treasures cause any trouble.
Quite. For now, I suggest taking a stroll around the Academy to get your bearings. And when you've a moment, please stop by my research laboratory.
The old man has a point. Oh, and keep in mind that I've only notified the house leaders that you're our new professor. It's more fun that way. I suggest you try spending time with the students. Some odd ducks in that bunch, but they're good kids. I'm sure Lady Rhea will have more information for you tomorrow, but that should get you going. Good luck. You'll need it.
Have you no intention of changing your mind, Rhea? Appointing a
Is this
stranger,
conversation happening right next to where we were already standing?
I have made my decision, Sedith. I know
Status.
worrying comes naturally to you, but there's
What a
freedom
terrible
in it.
name.
That stranger is Gerald's flesh and blood.
Hope you like Cav. I did play Fire Emblem 4,
How trustworthy is this
a game in
Gerald's
which
character?
if you're not riding a horse, you're really annoying to use.
I would remind you that Flayn is now here with us as
Fire
well.
Emblem 4 is a good game, but
Please consider whether
it had
this
some
is an
fucking growing pains. They tried a lot of wacky out there things with it.
Sedith, they
Some
have
were
my
really cool
trust.
and some did not
That
work.
could be enough for you as well. More importantly, I have received a report from Shamir. I am
This game took huge inspiration from 4. It's a good game to take inspiration from. It's a game with a lot to build off
those who
of.
harbor ill will toward the church, especially if they are frequenting Garrick Mach.
It's
Yes,
called a
that
horse
matter is of
emblem in the
great importance
community.
as
That's
well.
hilarious.
I shall continue my investigation.
Shamir Shamazel.
Rhea,
Yeah, I know, right? I was
now,
thinking
I will
that
have
too
faith
when
that
I
you are
saw
placing your
Fatima
trust
playing
with
this.
the utmost care. I pray that nothing occurs to shake that confidence.
Happy to see you playing 3 Houses. Happy to see you here watching. Fire Emblem 4 is your favorite? That's cool. I never got super far in that one. I played a lot of 5 though. 4 was a weird one, but there's so much to like in it. It's just, it's got rough patches and it's a lot of good ideas not done super well, which is why I think it's such a good game to build off of. Because if you took that framework and you just refined it more, you could make a really good game out of it. And maybe that's what this will end up being. I don't know. It's interesting the way they do eyes in this game, where you have the multiple colored rings. What is that? Na, 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 na. What does it make me think of? Does it make me think of Mr. Bean? I think that's making me think of Mr. Bean. Yeah, if you're not a Cav unit, then you're basically just defending the castle in Fire Emblem 4. If you're not Cav, you're fucking annoying. This is just Hogwarts, right? Like, seriously, this is Hogwarts. For a second, I thought one of them was holding a broom. It was actually a staff. Ignatz is just Harry Potter. His eyebrows aren't the same color as his hair. I think he dyes his hair.
Of course.
Nope, here we go. B or Y to dash. That's a strange button for that. I thought it'd be a shoulder button. Yay! Alright, looks like there's a quest here. Let's get it.
I assume you are already aware that you will be teaching here at the Officers' Academy, correct? To start, please speak with the 3 house leaders. You should also take a look around the academy and acquaint yourself with your new home. That is your first task here at the monastery. Please let me know if you accept.
I wouldn't be a very good employee if I say no.
Come and speak with me.
See you, Lord Metachlorian.
May I ask a favor of you?
Look at the floppy coat of arms. I'll look for it in a moment. Oh, I love that classic sound effect. Oh, coat arms, not coat of arms. Yeah, his coat looks terrible in this. I hate that look. Yeah, it looks so... There's something really annoying about the, like, flappy coat thing coming off the back. I don't know. Where it's like these, like, half-on sleeves, where, like, you can see his arms are going through, like, holes, and then the coat arms are just cut all the way up. It's not like he's not wearing the sleeves. The sleeves are meant to look like that. It almost looks like he's clipping through them, but I think there is supposed to be a hole there. It's just the ugliest thing in the world. It's so weird.
Ha! I imagine you were a bit surprised that I recommended you as a professor here. Frankly, we had someone else in mind for the role, but they ran off during our dust-up with the bandits. Can't entrust students to someone who's abandoned them once before, huh?
You saved the lives
Fair.
of the students you came across. That, at least, was admirable. Now, you should make the rounds. Go around the monastery and see that you greet everyone.
I refuse talking to a man who dyes his chin strap forest green. I've got this dumb coat on, and I still have more dignity than him. Alright, you can't see the minimap, but that's fine. You do not need to see the minimap. There's nothing for you to look at on there. I can't unsee it? Can't unsee what? The sleeves? Because seriously, the sleeves are really annoying looking to me.
Yes.
Hey there.
So, you've accepted a teaching position here. Pity. I was hoping you would lend your strength to the Empire. I never properly introduced myself, did I? My name is Edelgard von Hresvelg. I am the princess and heir apparent of the Adrestian Empire. I wonder if you'll be tasked with leading the Black Eagles. I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like to know more about any of the Black Eagles?
No. So you can say yes, and you can look at all the members and see like what their general stats are, what their abilities are, stuff like that. But I've already seen a bunch of those just because of Fatima playing, and I already know who I'm going to pick, so we're just going to focus on that to keep things rolling. I've yet to see any gameplay, and I've been here for like 40 minutes. Yeah, the game is very front-loaded with dialogue, it seems like.
Well.
A lot of games
scored a
nowadays
teaching
are
gig here, did you?
weird.
Talk about a great first impression. I guess that means I'd better introduce myself properly. I'm Claude von Regan. I'm from the ruling house of the Leicester Alliance, but don't worry too much about all that madness. I'm guessing you don't know which class you'll be teaching yet, do you? I bet you'd like ours. We're not as difficult as the other two. Have you met the folks from the Golden Deer House yet? Care to know more about anyone?
Yes. So I want to relearn about all of them.
Piqued your interest, have I? As luck would have it, I'm pretty curious about you as well. But what's life without a bit of mystery? Let's just spend the next year or so learning about each other little by little.
Okay, so he gets experience faster. I believe all of the leaders of the houses have that ability. Not a great ability, because, yeah, you level up faster, but that doesn't help you at all once you're max level, so debatable. Strength, sword, spear, something, and flyer. Weakness, spear. Or sorry, did I say sword, spear? I meant sword and bow. Weakness, spear, and book. I don't know what kind of magic that is, though. What's the flag mean, everybody? Everyone can use every weapon. Yes, but what does this mean specifically? Strengths and weaknesses. What does it literally mean? Flag is authority, command type skill. Okay. I'm guessing I'll learn that at some point. That's white magic. Okay, so the single white book means white magic, so presumably mostly healing. Does white magic just replace... is white magic to replace staves from previous games? Like healing magic? Can our archer use swords? Because the new games are weird, apparently. White magic is basically staffs. Okay, got it. You don't reach level cap, it's like 99 something. Okay, then that's more valuable ability than I thought if there's no longer a level cap. I don't know how you'd balance it without a level cap, but okay.
He's the heir of Gloucester territory. If you haven't already picked up on it, he's a bit arrogant and fancies himself a lady.
And his hairstyle's
That
really
said,
bad.
Deep down, he's really devoted and honest. Though I wouldn't mind never hearing him talk about his noble obligations ever again.
Okay, spears, horses, and presumably that is attacking magic. There's a black book and then a book with a heart or a potion, perhaps. The weakness is fist, which was not in the games that I played, but apparently there's some kind of brawling thing or fist fighting thing. Full team of only Pokemon with hindering natures like Adamant, Abra. Might be able to do something with that. So that's black magic. Okay. Brawlers are amazing. I mean, I am a fan of pro wrestling, so I wouldn't mind having that. Oh, I don't like that my webcam is kind of in the way of this. I mean, the screen is probably rare, so I'll just say it out loud for you. Unit deals 2 extra damage while in formation with a battalion, which is a mechanic that I don't know yet, but I'm sure I'll learn.
He comes from a merchant family, but his parents died in an accident. Seems like he's had a rough life. Despite all that, he's just about the most cheerful guy you'll ever meet. His passions are training, eating, and actually that's about it.
Chance to recover up to 10% of his max health at the start of each turn. The percent chance of it happening is based on luck stat. Good with axes, fist, and a knight's helmet. I'm guessing that is like heavy armor. Being like I believe the class was literally called knight before and general, where you're heavily armored. So he could probably be in a direction of like a berserker pirate thing or a direction of a knight. I'm guessing you could pick between. Heavy armor, yeah, I'd probably use him as a tank, especially considering he has a potential healing ability. Bad with bows, black magic, and horses.
He's the second son of a merchant family. Since his brother will
His skill's the worst and never
business,
activates?
he's trying
Good to
become a
know.
knight. If you ask me, it doesn't seem like he truly wants to be a knight. He's probably just doing it to please his parents.
And his hair is terrible. Watchful Eye grants plus 20 hit. That sounds incredibly powerful. I mean, that could max out my hit chance on a lot of fights. Sword, bow, and what was the one that you guys called the last one? Command skill or something? And then weakness, flyers. He could potentially be a really good archer.
Lysithea is the
That's
daughter
Harry.
of Count Ordelia, and is probably the youngest student here.
This is our
But
magic
watch
user.
out. She gets angry if you treat her like a child. As for me, I do it on purpose. You have to make your own fun in this place, you know?
Make him a brawler and he'll crit the fuck out of people. Having 16 and more crit chance is a big deal. Wait, hold on. What, Harry? I'm just calling him
He's the
Harry Potter.
second, if you ask.
His luck stat is his highest stat. He doesn't excel in brawling, though. Unless you meant Raphael.
He comes from,
Ralph.
despite all
I mean, that's a nickname for him. His luck is only 6, which is not that much lower. Happy birthday. Here from YouTube. Thank you. Raphael,
Marianne
okay.
is Margrave Edmund's daughter, and that's pretty much all I know about her. She doesn't interact much with other students, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of folks here have never even heard her speak.
Okay. Unit recovers up to 20% of max health at the start of each turn when adjacent to a cavalry or flying unit. That sounds quite powerful. She's a magic user, strength, cavalry, and flying. Can I have her be like a horseback mage? Because that sounds very valuable. She can use white magic and swords. Okay, so I probably want her to just pal around with a mounted person, so I'd probably want her to be mounted as well to be able to follow them properly. Thing is, brawlers attack 4 times 99% of the time. That sounds really powerful. He can attack 4 times in a row and crit like crazy. Okay, that sounds very strong.
Hilda is the only daughter of Duke Goneril. It seems her father and brother coddle her quite a bit. If you look up lazy in the dictionary, her picture won't be there because she never got around to submitting it. Not too unusual for a noble, I guess.
Gauntlets are like brave weapons. Oh, yeah, I remember those, yeah. Attack 4 times if your speed is good enough. Adjacent male allies deal 3 extra damage during combat. That sounds situationally useful, but I'm guessing that gets worse and worse as the game goes on unless her ability scales as well, because 3 will become less and less important as time goes on. But yeah, she's a hardcore strength, very low resistance. I'm guessing she's a bit of a berserker.
Leone enrolled because she wants to be a mercenary. I think she said that her father is a hunter.
No weakness.
She's pretty blunt and as stingy as they come.
Abilities don't scale, damn.
Too. I think she's hoping to repay her village for helping to send her here.
Kind of tanky. Very low resistance. If a male ally is adjacent, unit deals 2 extra damage and takes 2 damage less in combat. Okay. And she's good. Okay, she's probably going to be like a cav. Okay.
What do you think? The Golden Deer House is for students of the Leicester Alliance.
Yes.
Our house leader is heir to the Alliance's leadership, House Regan. We have plenty of other prominent nobles as well.
Ah, you must be the renowned mercenary who rescued Claude. Honestly, you should not have troubled yourself over the likes of him. My name is
Let him die.
Helman Gloucester. You will want to remember it.
Yep, you sound like a dick.
It's like this.
So you're the skilled mercenary who saved Claude, are you?
Oh, you are? It's such an honor to meet you. Ignatz Victor. My parents are Alliance merchants.
And I am Lysithea von Ordelia. Please do not forget it.
I don't like you.
What do you think?
Look, if you're actually cool, you don't need to insist people don't forget your name. They won't forget your name if they like you.
Hey, are you that mercenary? Everyone's been talking about you. I'm Hilda Valentine Goneril, and her name is...
Marianne von Edmund.
Are you joining the Knights of Saros or something? Well, I look forward to seeing more of you.
I can't hear it without thinking George Soros, and it's the funniest thing to me. It's really funny. We are the Knights of George Soros.
Are you someone's guest? The dining hall's that way, if that's what you're looking for.
You didn't point to the dining hall.
That's Captain Gerald's kid. Hi, I'm Leone Pinelli, Captain Gerald's first and greatest apprentice. I'm sure he's told you about me.
Nice to meet you. I'm Raphael Kirsten. Who are you again?
I was reading the chat there, and there's a line break at the weirdest part, where it's it was Lysithea is the greatest black, and then I was like looking for the next line because it tabs down, and then like people talked at the same time, so the whole chat moved up. I'm like, black what? And then, no, mage. Can't I hit minus? No, what do I hit to, oh, there we go. I wanted to zoom the map out. Speak to the 3 house leaders. Do I have to? Oh, he's right there, okay. He's not far.
Please accept my apologies for the other day. You came to our aid, yet I hadn't even the courtesy to properly introduce myself. I am Dimitri Alexandra Blathid, Crown Prince of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Of course, at
your name
the academy,
sucks.
I am simply a student. And I've heard word that you are to become a professor here. Delightful news. I still have much to learn, but I'm confident I could benefit greatly from your guidance. In any case, welcome to the monastery. I hear you're investigating the different houses here. Did any of the Blue Lions catch your attention?
No.
I appreciate your effort.
You know, just as flat out paycheck would have been better than also giving me a sword and a potion. That you could have just given me the value of the money for that, and I could have spent it on whatever I want, you know? I suppose I should return. I'm guessing that means there's nothing other than dialogue to go do other things. Can we please stop arguing over characters? I don't even know what that's in reference to. The chat doesn't look like they're arguing over characters. They're just saying that they like and don't like. Thanks for the crazy amount of resubs, Theodore. I appreciate that.
Time at the academy thus far. I hope you have found our halls brimming with the vitality of well-intentioned souls.
I suppose it is time for you to take charge of one of our 3 houses of students. I must note that I am personally against entrusting someone as lacking in trackable history as yourself with such a task. But it is as the Archbishop desires.
The Black Eagles, the Blue Lions, and the Golden Deer. All so different. I hope you've made it a point to get to know each of them.
Since you are new here, we have decided to allow you first pick.
What does this
Manuela
song
and
remind
I
me
will
of?
take charge of the remaining 2 houses.
There's a little piece of this song that makes me think of a song from one of the Ecstasis Sauerkraut games, you know, like 5 Days a Stranger, 7 Days a Skeptic, Trilby's Notes, 6 Days a Sacrifice. It reminds me a little of one of the songs from one of the games, and I don't remember which one. I want to say 7 Days a Skeptic. Right, I am doing Leicester Alliance Golden Deer House. House for students of the Leicester Alliance. As per regional tradition, many are skilled archers. Cool.
So you have chosen the Golden Deer led by Claude, correct?
Yes.
Your heart has made its choice, then. All I ask is that you guide these open minds with virtue, care, and sincerity.
Oh, thanks for all those
They
gifted
are all
subs. I
promising
appreciate that.
youths who bear the weight of Fodlan's future upon their shoulders. I hope you appreciate.
I might
what an
actually be
honor
above
it
the
is to
sub
lead
goal
them.
again. That might be 2 sub goals beaten in one day.
I am so sincerely sorry. I did not mean to interrupt.
All right, it's one of the
I'm in
bad
the middle of
voice
something,
acting
Flame.
ladies.
Is it urgent?
Hello, I say every single word and every single individual syllable with its own emphasis.
Who is this?
This is our new
English is not supposed to be a flowing language.
Oh my! A new addition to the Officers Academy. I am so very pleased to meet you, Professor. I am Sedith's little sister, Flame. I am so happy to make your acquaintance.
Flame isn't bad, she
Let
sure as
us
hell isn't
focus on
good.
the topic at hand. There is something you should be aware of. In a few days' time, there will be a mock battle between the 3 houses, intended to gauge the current progress of the students. We will be using this battle as an opportunity to ascertain your own abilities as well. Please do not disappoint the Archbishop. That is all.
Flame's voice actress is literally your first time. That sounds like a mistake.
Professor?
Is that true? You aren't quite what I had pictured. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean that the way it sounded.
I was sure you'd be roped into joining the Knights.
Don't tell me. You chose this class just to get to know me better, right? I'm flattered, really. Whoops. Now that you're our professor, maybe I should choose my words more carefully.
I got no choice. That's funny.
Oh, well then, since we're pretty close in age and all, I suppose formalities aren't all that necessary.
One must truly marvel at the exceptionality of this appointment. Becoming a teacher to students almost the same age as yourself. How unusual. I've heard you are a skilled mercenary, but I cannot shake my discomfort
Claude's
at your
voice
new
actor actually
position.
streams this game on Twitch. That's cool.
Are you really as strong as they say? Let's see your biceps. I bet I packed on more muscle than you.
I doubt that. Apparently, our new professor was personally recommended by Alois, one of the Knights.
As far as skill goes, I saw it with my own eyes. What's more, Teach here is the child of the most renowned former captain of the Knights of Saros.
This
I
isn't
heard.
a console being
There's no way
emulated. This is a
child's captain
Switch.
Isn't worthy.
Pro controller.
It's simply not possible.
The captain? Who are you talking about?
Captain Gerald, of course. The most notable captain of the Knights of Saros and a peerless mercenary.
He's not that well known. These kind of feel like the same answer.
Huh. It doesn't matter what you think of him. Captain Gerald deserves nothing but respect.
Not how I meant that.
Well, after working as a mercenary alongside a father figure such as he, I have high hopes for our professor.
Just because someone is special doesn't mean their children are special too, Lysithia. Assuming that a child is going to be exceptional just because of their lineage is a bad idea. Don't you agree, Marianne?
Huh? Oh, yes, I suppose so.
Well, we can find out for ourselves in battle. I can't wait to see what tactics you've learned from the captain.
A battle? Shouldn't we have a welcome party or something first? I'll get the meat.
How savage. I propose a nice conversation over tea instead. I am more than willing to procure some high-quality leaves.
Tea? You can't get to know someone over tea.
Some
There's
high-quality
no weed
bud.
involved. It's not a party.
Your common sensibilities are grating to my noble ears. Please quiet yourself.
Sorry for the bickering, Teach. As you can see, the Golden Deer House is a rowdy bunch.
You think a lot of nuance, or the nuance of the dialogue got lost in translation? I agree. I'm getting that vibe too. Where they're trying to get the characters across, but it's a little stilted right now.
Right? I really hope you're looking forward to the year ahead as much as I am.
It's so on the nose that is just a brick to the face. The nose is broken. Like, what? My character trait is that I'm always hungry. I'll get meat. My character trait is that I'm refined. I'll get tea. Like, come on. It's a bit much all in one conversation. Like, I know they want us to get to know a bit about each one early, but that was not the best written dialogue for a mandatory cutscene at the start of the game. That's Fire Emblem, honestly? Not necessarily. A lot of Fire Emblem games have pretty decent dialogue. A lot of the old ones. But they also had a lot less dialogue and it wasn't voice acted, so it has a different dynamic to it.
Say, while you're here, I'd like to use this device I designed to determine whether the power of a crest resides within you.
Resides within you. You want to do a second line read on that?
You don't know about crests? Well, allow me to tell you everything, absolutely everything about them. Is your calendar clear? This will take a while.
I remember
Crests
this.
are a fascinating topic, but before one can dive deeply into said topic, one must first understand what crests are. They are power incarnate.
Let's see how long it takes him to tell us what a crest does.
Bestowed upon humans by the goddess countless ages ago. They exist within the flesh and are passed down through bloodlines. Those who carry crests may excel at magic, display exceptional strength, or any number of boons.
Yes.
Each crest has its own power, the nature of which is beyond mortal understanding. For now.
Did you notice he didn't tell us what a crest does? At any point during that. That is like if he said, you don't know what a bow is? First, before I can tell you what a bow does, I must first tell you about the origin of the bow. A bow is made of wood and string. Bowyers make bows, and fletchers make arrows. Like, you start describing things around it, but you don't actually describe what it does, and so the information is completely useless to somebody who doesn't know what it is. In a nutshell, it's a second ability. Thank you, because he never explains this. I remember this specifically from when Fatima was playing the game. I was watching the cutscene, I'm like, he never explains what it does. He literally just explains the lore of it without saying what it does. He should be a politician. Yeah.
Yes, but we won't know for sure unless I look into them.
I think this is something lost in translation. I'm not sure.
Passed down through the blood. However, just because someone carries a crest does not necessarily mean their descendants will inherit it as well. Only a scarce few descendants of a crest's bloodline end up inheriting that crest's power. Perhaps one of your ancestors bore a crest, and you just happen to inherit it. That is how a crest usually presents itself, after all.
Isn't this like that bloodline thing from Naruto? Because he's just describing it as like basically metachlorians. Oh, Jesus, thanks for all the gifted subs there, Morgan. I am definitely over 2 different sub goals today then. Jesus. Thanks for all the birthday wishes. Does he say that people can have it with great strength or magic? Yeah, basically. He basically described all the classes and said, it could do whatever. Do we kind of find out? Sure.
Yes, of course. I'll get to the bottom of it straight away. Now then, please go ahead and hold out your arm over this device here.
It is beyond human understanding, but we have a device that detects exactly what it is and what it does. What? Who made it?
Is it possible an as yet undiscovered crest has been detected? To think there are still crests out there that even I am unaware of. How thrilling!
There are crests I'm not aware of, even though it's beyond human understanding.
Pardon my unrestrained jubilation. I have much to consider. You may leave now. I have more research to do in regard to this crest. Yes, so very much more research. But for now, your work here is done.
Surely there must be something lost in translation here, like that.
Perhaps it represents a lack of symmetry. Or perhaps... What in the world? Oh, I see. It may be connected to that, but to a greater degree than usual.
This song is so ill-fitting to this comedy moment. If you go into the roster menu, X, you can examine the crest's abilities of people in your house. Yes. Is that the abilities we were just looking at like a few minutes ago? Is that just, it just calls them crests?
Academy receive a schedule for the month ahead. It notes the days on which events and missions will take place that month. Pay careful attention to your schedule so that you may thoughtfully plan what you intend to do each month.
Different abilities. Okay. See, this is stuff that I'm pretty interested in. I found it funny that this starts at 4 or 5 and you can't go back more than this. It's just such a strange way to word that, you know? Why does it sound like every character just got done reading a thesaurus? See, that's the thing, is like, not all the voice actors are bad. I think some of them are actually quite good, like Claude's is quite good. I think very few of them are bad, in fact, and that's why the bad ones stand out so much. It's that a lot of the dialogue is very stilted, and I don't think it's translated very well. I'm gonna think of Mr. Bean every time I hear that class bell thing. Okay, so I want to do roster. Welcome to the world translations, I know, right? Height, or age, question marks, weird. 17, Jesus. Let's see, crest anywhere on here? Oh, hold on, is that the right button? Nope, this one. Oh, hey, we got the names here. Authority, okay. Faith, reason. Reason is like attack magic, I think, and then faith is like white magic. Heavy armor, riding, flying. Okay. This all generally means what I thought. Unique, beginner, intermediate. Oh, that might be an interesting class. I like those little old school portraits there. That's very cool. Details. Okay, that doesn't really tell me anything about it. Okay, so what is this? That's a Myrmidon. Yep. In fact, it says in there. It doesn't even need question marks. Skilled with a lance, the soldier has a high degree of accuracy. Okay, that's like the soldiers, like the generic grunt soldiers from the old games, but I'm guessing this is like an updated version of it to not be weaker than everything else. Fighter? Yep, although fighters can also use bows and gauntlets now. Interesting, so it's kind of like a warrior, where it also has bows, and the gauntlets are new. And a monk. Magic for both offense and defense. Interesting. Noble and powerful, this class excels at wielding a sword. It has a high degree of authority. That sounds like something new, because authority is a new mechanic. Or at least not in the old ones. Strong and speedy. The mercenary gets the job done. Yes, mercenary is a heavy swords user, which was the upgrade of the... I think it just was swordsman class back in the day that turned into hero. Something like that. Skill, the thief has excellent speed and dexterity. Of course, that's an intermediate one. That's interesting. In the old games, a thief became an assassin, depending on the game. With high defense, the class holds the front lines and acts as a shield, right? That's a knight or general. It was merc into hero, thank you. Mighty opponent, the cavalier can move again after taking a certain action. Okay, that's cavalier into paladin thing. I don't know if there's anything above intermediate, probably, and I just can't see it yet. Likely. Strong and hardy, the brigand wields axes and has an exceptional front is an exceptional frontline command. That's interesting because the brigand in a lot of the old games was either a non-playable class in many of them, or was a class that like one guy could be. And it was generally a bit of a crap class, although it was kind of related to the fighter class, which is almost just a better brigand, and that became a warrior or berserker in some, where it had trees. Next page is more classes? Okay. I'm just researching them. Archer. It's what you'd fucking think it is. This fighter is... Okay, so that's some kind of fist fighter. Enemies with high physical defense are no match for this mage who can bend black magic. It's a black magic shaman, depending on the game, called different things. The dark mage shatters enemies with high physical defense using dark magic. Wait, are both of these? Oh, so this is a mage, and then this is a dark mage. Interesting. It's just the way they word this with black magic. Okay. And then white magic user to both attack and heal. Okay, so they merged light magic and healing magic into its own category, into the same category. Okay. Crests are on the left of this page? I don't see it saying crest anywhere. Unless... Oh, crest, there we go. I'm fucking blind. A minor crest inherited by Regan, the 10 elites, sometimes restores HP equal to 30% damage dealt when using combat arts. That could be pretty strong. I'll try and keep that in mind. It'll be hard to remember those, but I like that. Okay. And then we have advanced ones. These exams can be taken at level 20. Interesting. Hero has high strength and speed. Yep, so that is swords and axes in the old game. This is Swords Master, which is an advanced Myrmidon, speed, crit chance, stuff like that. Assuming that these haven't changed, of course. A killer who thrives in shadows. Okay, that's the assassin. That's the general. That's the paladin. A wyvern knight. A warrior with versatile outcome. Okay, yeah, that's a warrior. Crit chance, high strength, high health. Sniper, super archer. Hand master, the grappler mows down enemies with rapid blows. Okay, there we go. That's an advanced fist fighter then. Black magic specialist, the warlock decimates enemies with high physical defense. Yes. And then white magic specialist. Interesting that I'm not seeing a sage on here, like just a general strong magic class. Huh. And then there's this, which I'm guessing is like shit I need to unlock later. Personal history, interest, tactical scheming, and planning phase. I'm guessing that can inform my dialogue with them so that I can befriend them easier. The likes and dislikes, yep. Being bound by common sense. That sounds like a dangerous thing to dislike. Okay. Okay, and I could, like, look through a bunch of these if I want to. Like, I could look through tons of crests if I want. Occasionally raises might during magic attacks. I definitely want him for magic then. No crest on him. No crest. Is it only nobles that have crests? Oh, 2 crests on you. Occasionally raises might during attack. Sometimes raises might when using combat arts. Okay. Might be a crest, although it's unclear which one. It's a mystery crest, okay. Allows combat arts to sometimes prevent enemy counterattacks. That sounds valuable. And it's unclear what ours is as well. Okay. The Sage class is only female in this game. That's strange. You can have off healers. Good to know. Girls cannot punch, but they can fly. That's weird. Huh. Alright, I'll drop a save. All right. I would keep going because I'm actually quite into this game so far, and I'm interested in continuing. But I do need to get a lot of work done. I know it's my birthday, but you guys know I never stop working. I mean, I gotta get another Pokemon challenge done on Saturday. I do one every single Saturday, so I gotta work like nonstop on that. So I am going to get working hardcore on some stuff. And all this stuff will be uploaded on YouTube before you know it. I stream on this Twitch page just whenever I have time, and I'm definitely going to continue playing this game, probably later in the week or something when I've got some free time. Thanks everybody for coming to the birthday stream. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the shitloads of subscriptions that you guys have both gifted and, you know, done personally, because that's awesome. And I'm going to go get back to work on that Pokemon challenge. It's Pokemon Black with all first form bug Pokemon, and no bug Pokemon that are only one form. I feel like they kind of defeat the purpose, you know? So thank you everybody so much for watching, and until next time, have a nice day.